Hello everybody, here we are, and it's time to just simply refactor the code that we had. So let's just simply first of all get the setup ready. Alrighty, hopefully everything's clear right now, and we can just simply get started from here on. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. So let's just simply get going. So the very first thing is that we have to reorganize it, and it's gonna be organized sort of like this. And then there are gonna be many things inside it. So draw, selection, move, resize, and this way it actually needs to be uh, reorganized. So what I'm actually gonna do, that is keeping it on the left side, and present working directory, that's gonna be the testing section. Let's just simply close this, and this ls cd app slash web ls let's duplicate this. Is okay because editor itself is inside features. So features editors, and then here if you don't like the interactions or use features, I would instead structure it, then having another feature inside it is redundant, so I would instead structure it like this. So we'll have the editor, then here I'll have interactions, and component, render, scene, geometry, store, all these things. If you don't like the name interactions, use features inside the editor only. Personally, I prefer interactions over features inside the editor because it's more descriptive, so we can have interactions, and interactions is gonna have more things from there on. So as for right now, we just have hooks, and hooks has interactions. So give me overall structure, just structuring the overall project right now. And ultimately inside editor I'm gonna have components, and then components has the canvas related all these things, that's fine. Then we have interactions, we have draw, selection, move, resize, frame, text, image, eraser, viewport, order, history, and all these things. Then we have renderer, we have scene, we have geometry, and so on. Geometry is also fine, store is fine as well. Shared will have the constants, pointer, utilities, images, and all. Ultimately the ones which are shared across all. And we have draw, but there are a few things here. That is if I go to hooks and canvas, let's go to this one. Interactions we have here, where would I keep these. My preferred structure is, well, this is not the end result, is this? Yeah. Meanwhile, let me have a look at the remaining ones. So where your existing files would move. I'd keep these top level editor subsystems because they are generally kind of shared by many. Geometry, renderer, scene, store components, those aren't, okay, that's fine. I classify them by what they belong to, not by the fact that they are canvas hooks. So features, here's how I'd organize them. So canvas, huge canvas resize, huge canvas context, then pointer, huge canvas cursor, just like this, and then we can have interactions, huge canvas interactions, or even better if you are really fully embracing feature based organization, then use canvas resize, canvas, huge canvas resize, canvas context menu. If you plan to reuse it outside, use canvas cursor, pointer. So canvas, interactions, and then overall things. It should rather be interactions here. Okay, first of all, I'll have to create a proper setup required for this, otherwise it's gonna be a bit problematic. So I want to format, I think this one already has that. Yeah, it already has the interactions, this one, and I want to go with this structure. Where should I keep? Where should I keep hooks / canvas related code? This is gonna be the overall structure here. I like this structure. The only thing I'd change is don't create canvas interactions. I use canvas isn't an interaction or feature, it's the surface that hosts all interactions. Instead, split the current hooks canvas based on what each hook actually does. So for example, hooks canvas all these things, I'd move them to like interactions canvas, and then this canvas interactions, huge canvas resize and all. However, I'd actually go one step further. Huge canvas interactions doesn't belong to canvas. That hook is acting as the interaction coordinator. It delegates, draw, and all these things. So I'd rename it to use interaction manager.ts, and that can be inside interactions. So interaction manager can be there. Then use interaction manager, pointer down, pointer move, pointer up, double click, and these are gonna be just a few functions here, or simply this can be there. This makes its responsibility much clearer than this. This isn't an editor interaction either, it's just synchronizing the canvas element with the viewport. I put it use canvas resize renderer, create this overlay. and the final structure is gonna be sort of like this. Okay, so let's just simply start working it one by one. So the very first thing is that we have to inside editor only I have to create something called interactions, and from there on I have to just simply start moving the code as per the need. So there can be use draw.ts, draw actions, create shape, update preview shape, and types.ts. So these things can actually be there. We will definitely have to update the file names and all depending on the need. So inside editor I have these things so far. I'm actually gonna create interactions, and just below that I have draw, and not only draw, I can have even more. One of them is gonna be suppose selection, and let's start working on the draw section here. So when it comes to draw, so we'll have how does this actually works? When it comes to drawing something, it's not as straight as it seems to be. Oops. These are the hooks we have here, and let's go to the interactions, and we have use draw. So use shape drawing.ts. So this is the one that's here, we have to use it there. So use shape drawing or use draw. Okay. So what I want to do, that is inside draw I have use draw.ts. I'm gonna be pasting everything in here. I cannot just move everything just at once, because we have to make sure that the changes that we actually make, they are compatible, otherwise it's gonna be crazy. And because if I do not keep this thing in mind, then most of the things are gonna be missed, and then we'll have to debug again, and I don't wanna that happen. Use draw. It returns on pointer down drawing. On pointer move drawing, on pointer up drawing. Just a minute, give me a minute, I'll be back. Alrighty then, here we are. So what I was supposed, let me do one thing. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be talking to the AI to just know the naming system data, and again I cannot use the current micro phone, because that's being used for catching, receiving my voice for the live stream. So let me use another one so that I can actually because the microphone is being used by the OBS, so of course it cannot be used by the Chrome and all, and that's the problematic thing. And to fix this, hopefully this is gonna resolve this. So let's try doing it. I'm just gonna let me see if the AI is actually gonna be able to catch the sound or not. It's on right now. Try this thing out first of all. This one is still using properties default. We have probably this one. Let's not worry about that. Coming back to this, hopefully I'm gonna be able to talk to this as well. Will I be able to do that? Hey, can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Well, I don't think it can. Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible? Nope. This one is actually being used by the OBS, so can't really be used in here. And analog 5.1 is something that I just started using. Let me see if it's gonna be used or not. Hello. Not really. Okay, in that case, I wish I had an option. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna use my mobile to just talk to the AI because I want to, when actually writing the names and all, I want to be sure that we are just using the right names for the right things and all, right? And so just give me a minute. I'll be back after getting the overall setup ready. Alright, everybody, here we are, and now I can just simply ask the questions to the AI on the go. So this would be better, and let's just simply continue. By the way, I was just simply saying that, yeah. So the question is that I'm drawing. I have an Excalidraw clone project, and I'm trying to refactor it based on interaction. So inside interaction, I have draw. So should I name it draw or drawing? What should be the, okay, draw is better. What should be the name of hook inside that? Use draw.ts or use shape draw.ts or shape drawing.ts? What? Alrighty. So it's specifically for the shapes because when we draw, so we mainly draw the shapes at that time. And so what should I name it? Use draw.ts or use shape draw.ts or something? So let's go with this. I'm just gonna go with the, because we have handle shape drawing over frame, on pointer down drawing, on pointer move drawing, and on pointer up drawing. These are the functions that this actually hook actually exposes. So I think it's better to name it use shape draw or shape drawing. Which one? Alrighty, so I'm actually gonna name it use shape drawing. Wouldn't it be better? I mean, naming it use shape drawing. Okay, so I'm actually mentioning shape over here because this is specifically for the shape. But usually we draw the shapes only, so I don't even think I need to mention the shape explicitly here. Which one is better, use drawing or use draw? Alrighty, not really bad thing to keep here. Use drawing. And how about use shape drawing? Wouldn't it be great to have that then? Okay, let's stick with use drawing as of right now. Later I maybe I mean use drawing is more than enough. And this much I've done, and now I'm actually using many things in here, so we have to bring everything. So first of all, client to canvas, this is the viewport helper that's being used. So let's see exactly how many things need to be inside. So we have first of all we have used drawing.ts, and then use drawing.ts might be using some things, so like draw actions or create update queue and all these types related stuff. So all those things need to be at one place. In that case so first of all is get canvas point. It actually comes from here, client to canvas. I think it needs to be pretty simple, just direct straight forward. It's actually being used at many places. Interesting. So ultimately what is happening, that we are getting the coordinates, and for the coordinates I'm actually using the use viewport helper. This is a hook that I've created, and this has the helper functions related to the viewport. So viewport helpers are here. I think this refactoring is gonna take time. Okay, so this is the first thing. Then I actually have to remove get point canvas, get canvas point and all, so that we can just simply go ahead, and in here we are having issues, so let's resolve them as well. So applying to canvas is gonna be more than enough as for right now. Okay, this is done. And apart from this particular thing, as we have done this much, use drawing.ts, now we have to make sure that whatever it is using, that's just in the same draw folder. So the first one is the client to canvas, that's actually coming from a hook, so viewport helper, so that's fine because this is gonna be used for all. And we have update drawing points, and this update drawing points actually comes from here. Let me have a look at this. This actually comes from shapes folder, update shape.ts. So this is another function that I need to keep inside draw folder. So this is mainly for the update shape, so this should definitely be there. Let's keep it on the right, just a sec. So we are gonna have update. What are we actually doing over here? That is update drawing points. So updating drawing points in the sense they are the preview drawing points, if I'm not wrong. Just a minute, let me have a look. Update drawing points and drawing points. Okay, ultimately when we start drawing something, we keep collecting all those points, and in a ref, and this function does the same thing. So it can actually be, should I name it update drawing points, or I should name it update preview uh, points and all, preview drawing points? As we store it here, drawing points dot current, so from here we actually get the points, right? So when it comes to rendering the preview shape, it's definitely used. So update preview shape, this is not just a shape actually, but it has selected two relative points, current points. Let me see exactly what it contains. If I go to the pointer, where is that? Right now the way my code is structured, that's too hard to just simply go through, and that is why I just wanted to refactor it. Anyway, coming back to this, we have drawing start ref and we have drawing points ref. So they mainly contain the what? Drawing start ref contains the starting point, and drawing points ref contains the points. So when it comes to drawing points, so this particular function does what? It takes the tool, it takes the relative point, it takes the current point, and at the end of the day it just simply returns me the points, and they are the current points plus the relative point, or the relative points, like this. So as I just simply return it from here, they become the part of that. They are sort of update preview drawing points. I think there should be a better name. So ultimately when we pass tool relative point and the current points, it just simply gives me the points with the current plus the relative points, what name it should actually have. So we are gonna have get drawing points dot ts, and let's just simply paste it in here. Let's see, so instead of having update drawing points, we are definitely gonna have the function that we have, like get drawing points, it just simply gets the relative and current one points and just simply adds them together and returns it. So is the update drawing, sorry, get drawing point is better name. Compute drawing points. Okay, I'm gonna go with compute drawing points, and I'm gonna use compute drawing points in here. So this is where I have both the things at the same place. And as for this one, I'm gonna be deleting it from here, or at least I can comment this, that would be better. And so this thing is done. Apart from this, we have a few errors here at the top. Let's get rid of them. And get drawing points, use drawing, and on pointer move. After that we have this, we have create drawing shape. So we have compute drawing points. First of all, compute drawing points, and apart from this particular thing, compute drawing points, later we have create drawing shape. Is it okay to have what should be the name of this? Create shape, if there is a function that is used for creating a shape, drawing shape. So we are gonna have create shape over here, and create shape is gonna be used for just simply creating the shape, and I'm just simply gonna keep it in here. And in that case, overall things are gonna be just the same. A few things they are gonna be different one. Let's get the point in here. Let's get the shape in here, rectangle. As for this end, rectangle shape. What's wrong with this? Just a sec. Alrighty, everything seems to have been imported right now, and done. So ultimately inside draw I have use drawing.ts, that's the hook, the main hook. Then we have create shape, that is mainly used for creating the shape. And the main function's name is here, that is we have the main shape factory, that is create shape, and that is used for creating the shapes. And then it is using other ones like create rectangle shape. So should I have all the functions together in one file, like I have my main create shape, and then in the same file I have other ones, right? Create a rectangle shape and create diamond shape, ellipse and all. So like should I even keep create arrow shape or create line shape separately in different files, or I can have them in one? So as of right now we have only one, that is create shape.ts, and that contains everything. So how should I refactor this, and what all folders and files should I create? Well, the like it's 138 lines of code. Should I just simply create more, or it should let the things be in the same file as of right now? Yeah, it's sort of fine. Okay, let's just simply continue. So we have create drawing shape as well. Rather, it should be create shape, not create drawing shape. So if I actually come to this create shape, what we are exporting, that is the create shape, and once this is actually being exported, we are just simply creating the shape for others as well. And inside this comes from here. Okay, it turns out that there is a function that is create drawing shape, and that just simply takes the endpoint, and then it using the create shape function, it just simply creates the overall shape. And as it is already inside the use effect, use drawing, so it already has the access of all the values. So suppose I have create shape, so should I actually create another folder like create drawing shape? I think as of right now it's fine, but ultimately if I'm creating the file, and then I created a function inside a hook, then should I pass all the values to that particular function, or that's already inside the hook, so it will already have the access of other values and all? So should I pass explicitly, or should I just simply let it use the global values directly? I think passing them explicitly, even though that is inside a hook, should I still pass? Like when it comes to passing, so we will have to pass the selected tool, then start, end, points, styles, and all these things we'll actually have to pass. So are you sure that I should pass, or as that's already inside the hook, so it's already gonna be using the values present there by, I mean, directly? Okay, as of right now what I'm doing, create drawing shape is actually inside the hook itself. So, and that is using create shape. So create shape is actually being passed all the values, because that is a function outside the hook. But create drawing shape is inside the hook, and hence I'm just simply passing the endpoint, and the remaining things it gets from the hook itself. And so ultimately, if a hook needs to, we can create more functions inside a hook itself, and instead of passing all the values, we can pass just the ones which change, and remaining it can just directly get from the hooks, right? means whenever we okay, that's fine, whenever the pointer down actually happens, so at that time we get the canvas coordinates, client to canvas, and after that once we get the points, we just simply save inside drawing start ref and drawing start points ref, that is okay. And just after that we have client to canvas coordinates, we are computing the points, we are creating the drawing points, and we are handle shape drawing frame, that is actually the part of this only, so that's fine as well. And then invalidate overlay, that's sort of good, and invalidate overlay is actually the renderer, so that's definitely gonna be outside, so fine for now. Then on pointer up we are creating the drawing shape again by passing the end value. We have set shapes, we have push history, and set selected shape, all these things are getting set to null. And we have interactions, pointer interactions inside the hook, that is pointer reps inside the hook, and then we are simply updating the selection hovered shape. This is coming from selection action, so update selection hover. Update selection hover does what? It just simply updates the selected values, and even it is used for cloning the shapes. Initialize selection interaction, again there's quite a lot of code here. Pointer down selection, pointer move, pointer up, these things are there, and they are the part of the actions. Interesting. The way code is organized right now, that's not even the best way to just simply do the things. I have used selection actions. It has functions like on pointer down selection, on pointer move selection, and on pointer up selection. Is this good or not? It's actually quite a big one that needs to be refactored, and we have used shape drawing. Having said that, it's not really being used, so let's just simply comment this for now. And inside draw we have used drawing, and we are using so inside use drawing I'm actually using another function from selection. Is this fine? Selection, and then over there I'm gonna have use selection.ts, and then we have the move. So let's go with this as well. So ultimately what I'm actually gonna do right here, that is drawing we have here, then selection. So what should I keep inside interaction slash selection? So use selection, selection actions, selection box.ts, selection hover.ts, selection utilities, types.ts. So ultimately when it comes to selection, that simply means once something is selected, then something needs to be done. So for that thing we have selection actions, but when it comes to selection actions, it is sort of the combination of quite a lot of things, and hence if I actually come back to this in here, so ultimately when it comes to use selection.ts, it has the pointer up selection, pointer down selection, and pointer move selections and all. And not only that, it has even many other functions that are used inside the hook itself. So inside the same hook we have functions like just a sec, we have functions like handle shape move over, then after that is a shape within the bounds, and not only that, just a sec, then we have get selected shape bounds and all these things. So how should I just simply refactor this? Okay, it would be great to just simply refactor it even further later in the future. As of right now, use ultimately use selection.ts has functions like what are they? On pointer up selection, on pointer move selection, and on pointer down selection. Is that fine? Okay, as for even refactoring it even further, that thing I'll be doing it later on. As of right now, we are gonna be just simply refactoring the files, not creating new ones. Whichever files we have right now by default, we'll try keeping them in the right places, and refactoring them even further can be done later. Because if we just simply keep changing the things, we might lose the things that we already had by default, and there can be more bugs and all, so we will have to even spend time fixing. So it's better to just do one thing at a time. Okay, so it's pretty simple. We have passed use selection inside this, and I'm commenting it. It's not like I'm removing it completely. And then we have inside the interactions, I have use shape eraser that contains everything related to erasing. So for that thing, I'm gonna create eraser folder, as simple as that, right? Eraser. I'm literally not changing anything, just use shape eraser, just even naming them the same. The names can be better later on, but if we actually name them different, we'll have to change n number of things. And hence I'm even keeping use shape drawing right now, because earlier it had the same name, and later we are gonna be naming them if needed. Use shape drawing, this is done. Create shape, that is sort of fine. We have compute, okay, this was just a normal one. And then we have this use shape eraser. Let's import a few things here. Okay, slowly we'll be having the kind of structure that we wanna have, and after that we can, yeah. So eraser related stuff is done. Even if it uses further, so we'll be having more. So let me just create first of all folder. So we have draw, and let me go to there first of all. So cd into this interactions, and ls mkdir. I'm gonna be creating the remaining folders. So we need we need move right now, and apart from move we need a resize. Apart from resize we need a frame for framing. We need text for text related stuff. We need image folder for image related stuff. Eraser is already there. We need viewport for viewport related stuff. Viewport folder. We need order folder for ordering layering stuff. We need history folder for history related stuff, history. And we need shortcuts for shortcuts related stuff. So yeah, let's just simply run this. So we have them all, and it's just simply time to refactor the things even further. So let's delete use selection dot. I'm deleting them as well because it is the let's keep deleting the files as we go through, right? Okay, that's great. As we are not changing quite a lot of things, we are just simply moving files here and there. So we are there's high probability that we are not going to be getting quite a lot of errors, right? Yeah. So use shape move.ts. Let's just simply paste it in here, and once pasted it in here, let's import everything required. So import this is fine. Is checked inside this, wherever it is coming from doesn't matter. Bounds, get group bounds, where should it actually come from? It is using something called get group bounds, and they are coming from two places: use selection and geometry. Use selection actions, from there it's actually being exported. Check inside frame and all, that's fine. As for right now, let's simply import from there only. Later we will see. It's still not the best way structured, but not a bad starting anyway. Eraser is done. Shape move is done. Just resize is remaining, so this thing is use shape eraser. We have move, then the resize is remaining, so let's just simply copy everything from here. Use shape resize. Use the shape resize.ts. Let's paste everything here. So when it comes to this one, group points actually comes from there, so we are going to be using this as per the need, and get rid of this as well. Okay, this seems to be alright as well. So I moved you sort of like that. So ultimately I created a inside interactions, use a shape resize. Even we have the selection option in here, and use use shape move should be coming from move use shape this, that is fine. Yeah, so use selection has been moved, the use shape has resize has been moved, and we have use shape move, so 3 files and eraser. So these are the ones that's been actually moved. Even we have the drawing related stuff here in the interaction section. Great, this much is done. Yeah, this interaction folder needs to be removed right now from the hook. Let's move to the next one, and that can be actually the let's see, a renderer that needs to be explicitly a proper function for rendering. So ultimately, if I have a renderer, I'm not explicitly saying that it will contain a hook, but that can contain a hook, right? Use renderer.ts. Will it be fine or not? Selection actions. What if I have a use create canvas renderer that is mainly creating the, I mean exporting what render scene, render overlay, invalidate scene, and all of these things. So where should I actually keep it? What did you say? So what I'm actually gonna do right now, instead of keeping everything inside the hook, we are gonna create a renderer folder inside editor. So under editor, I'm gonna have a renderer over here. So let's just simply create that too. That's gonna be a renderer, something like this, and that renderer will have that create renderer stuff. Just a sec. We have interactions. Inside interactions, I have use selection.ts. Of course, it will be problematic. So inside hook, I had a renderer folder, and that had a use create canvas renderer.ts. Now what I want to move this file outside the hook. So where should I keep use create canvas renderer.ts? So inside this, use create canvas renderer.ts, and I'm gonna just simply paste everything in here. And once this is done, so I'll actually get rid of the renderer function that is inside the hook, sort of like this. And if I actually come back to this one, it's actually gonna need a sort of many imports and all, so let's not worry about them. Later I'm gonna definitely be importing them here. I think I'd better keep checking as well, right? As we just simply get the things done, let's just make sure that everything's up and running. Because if I don't fix it right now, it might be too much later. Get groups, doesn't matter where they are coming from. We have get group bounds at two places. It does the same thing. huge create renderer. Most of the things they've been imported. Probably the last import that I had, that was it doesn't really matter, just let's keep going. I'm gonna actually try running the stuff even there is a problem. Get a resize that is inside geometry, so that's the naming thing that's wrong there. That can be just corrected later on as well, not problematic thing. In that case, let's go to the geometry right away. And what is the naming thing wrong? Resize handles. And there was a file name that was wrong. Get a resize handle. So yeah, this is the one. Resize. Now it's fine. As long as we don't have the errors and all, that's completely fine. Let me try running this. That's the most important part, and there must be many errors, so we are gonna be just fixing them. Checking will just make it time consuming task, but that could be worth doing, because if something goes wrong, we would have to debug again. First of all, we have to go to renderer.t6 provider, and here something is not okay. So if I go to context right now, context provider, use renderer, this comes from there. And then the second one is use canvas context menu. Canvas context menu, I just want to check whether having made these many changes, are there any errors or not, or we are just simply good to go. Use canvas context menu. Canvas context menu. Let's just simply get rid of this one. I will import it. Let's just simply get it right here. This seems to be alright. So this is also the let me check it for the last time. Like this time I'm gonna check it, and next time onwards we will not rename the files and all. So not renaming them, like just keeping the moving the files here and there will not cause a big bug, right? Like it's not gonna be big thing to handle. That's what I'm thinking. So let me check if there are errors. Next one is gonna be inside UG image upload. Shape selected doesn't really cut to console, does it? Testing. values can be calculated by such initial positions. It can have previous shape, selected shape, values, positions. That's the problem of things. Drag start. It's going to be like this. I can say. Ultimately, what is happening that select actually requires the drag start as well. So when we click somewhere, so ultimately I'm setting pointer refs interaction ref dot current. So the type can actually be selected, and when the type is selected, it requires preview shapes. We have them. It requires selected shape IDs. We even have them, but the drag start is not there because as we move. Should it even have drag start? I'm just wondering. I'm still thinking that when it comes to if the type is actually select, so it should never be using that anyway. Let me see, I'll have to actually check this thing. Interesting. Coming back to this, we have the selector. Select has the interaction initial positions. I think select doesn't need to have initial positions, right? Whenever we select, we just need to know what are the shapes which are selected. As for initial positions, or does it need to have them? Let me see that inside selection, of course, this one, the place where especially on pointer down when I'm actually setting. So let me search type select wherever that is, and there's only one place. So whenever we just do what initialize selection interaction, whenever we are initializing selection interactions, at that time I'm just having the initial positions of all the and the pointer itself. What is the pointer over here? Just a sec. The pointer is nothing but the point that becomes the drag start. When should I set the value of drag start? When we start moving, or when I just simply click? So especially when it comes to select, so that select doesn't need that select can have initial positions in the sense the positions for all the shapes. It's good to have them, but there shouldn't be any drag start. So what should I do when we select? Should I set a dummy drag start, or I should actually remove it at all completely? So when it comes to initial positions are mainly required when we move, right? So that we can calculate this stuff and all. So as we start moving, at that time should I set the value of drag start and initial positions? Interaction premium. Alrighty, changed that. As we changed that, let's see what all the errors I'm gonna get now. Interaction selection. So when it comes to move, so as we start moving, that simply means we know what the point is, right? So at this point of time, we can just set the value which drag start. Initial positions. Interesting. get initial positions, record string endpoint. This is what it's gonna be returning, and when it actually returns object dot from entries shape map this shape dot id and the initial positions of that, and all of them are gonna be written. That's great. What does object dot from entries actually does? So ultimately, so it actually takes two-dimensional array, and in two-dimensional array, one single item array contains two values, and they are the key value pairs, and it just simply converts those key value pairs into one object, right? Okay, so initial interactions, what we are actually doing here, we can just simply get it done directly in here. So instead of just modifying it, we want initial positions, then to get the initial positions, this for loop runs here. And just below that const initial positions, and that's gonna be get initial positions. It's gonna take the shapes, and that is it. It should ideally be fine, so it can be used anywhere else. So I can completely get rid of this, I can get rid of this and this way I don't really need to worry about the initial positions. This is how it's gonna be going on. Pointer is sort of, don't know whether it's here or not, but later we will see. Initialize selection interactions, what it does, it gets the preview shapes, and it just simply adds the shapes there, and the shapes are actually just simply add every selected shape selection, add a shape is there, and when this is getting called initial positions, this doesn't need to be done anyway, and either initial positions, that's not there anymore. Let's get rid of this. As for these initial positions, we are already using one. What it does, it just simply gets the preview shape dot x and preview shape dot y, just simply save it there. We are already doing it the right way, and preview shapes dot push just simply pushes them to the preview shapes, and this is done, and that is it. This is the kind of what I wanted. Get initial positions is actually gonna be used later on, not a problem as such. I can get rid of this export from here, so this should ideally be fine in that case. So there are more errors, let's just simply fix them. This is one of them. I do not find any error here. Initial positions, okay. Get initial positions, it's gonna require the shapes, we already have them here, so this is how it's gonna be done. No problem as such. Interesting. So let's see exactly at how many places we have this initial position. We are actually setting it there, initial positions text out. Get rid of these. When the type is moved, we don't really have any problem as such with that. Okay, that seems to be alright. Checking out the box. Interesting. It seems to be working. Never expected it to working this way. We can write the solution. Finally, I can be assured that okay, the overall things are working and we don't really have to worry about anything as such, and we can actually continue just sort of working on it. Right? Good job. Not really a bad idea at all. Okay, great job. Interesting. This much we've done it, and it is even working. That simply means we are on the right track. And let's format it even further. Let me have some water. This is kind of a good entry point where I'm gonna be just simply adding everything with status. So all these things are actually added, and now git whatever changes we made, they haven't been added. Git add everything. In that case, what can we do? These changes are actually not being added, and yeah, now everything's added. We were actually inside the wrong file, and hence we were not able to add. Once this particular thing is done, we should be able to just simply run it, and ideally it should be working fine. And it sort of seems to be working as well. Yeah, so we don't really need to worry about it as such. Interesting. Let's just simply continue even refactoring it further. So because I have git status, I did this, so what will happen? Git restore staged, so I'll be back to unstage it. So we have staged them. Now if I want to unstage them, we can do that as well. Anyway, so what is the next thing that we have to do? Refactoring it even further. So when it comes to refactoring it even further, so we have hooks, and inside that we have actions, and in the actions we have delete and duplicate. We have appearance, and we have canvas, we have frame. This can definitely be there at least, and this is actually TSX file. It should be TS here. We have history, use history. Most of the things can be directly moved, so we are gonna be working on that, and then we are gonna see. Give me a minute. Let me start ChatGPT again. It was connected. I was my micro buds were connected to the mobile, but the today's limit got over, so I'll have to go with the mini version of that. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright everybody, here we are, and let's just simply get going from here on. So the next thing that we are gonna do here, that is refactoring the Excalidraw clone app again, and we have these functions over here, right? So let's do one thing. We have text editing .ts and use text editor resize. This is not really being used as of right now, so I'm gonna be completely getting rid of it. I will not even use it in future as well, so fine with this. And text editing is use image. This is done. Use text editing. Use a text editing .ts. So this seems to be okay, and we can get rid of this now. So directions. So there's a viewport folder. Inside viewport I have used viewport helpers, use viewport pan.ts and use viewport zoom.ts. Is this okay? So there is a history folder. Inside that, can I directly have the use history.ts, or should I mention the hook as well inside that? That simply means I don't need to mention the hook anywhere. Okay, actions, appearance, canvas, frame, TS. That's what I'm working on. I've moved the order, moved frame as well. A few more things are remaining. Now tell me, where should I keep use pointer state dot ts that just simply contains the ref that are used, and where should I keep use pointer helpers? This actually contains some helper functions used by the pointer, like pointer in the sense used by a pointer down, up, and move. So ultimately this pointer state that we actually have, okay, and it contains nothing but the hooks, and then we have pointer helpers that has the helpers like initialize pointer state, pan state, handle middle mouse pan, get current canvas point, not even that, I mean this is not really being used anymore, and it has reset pointer state and all these things, and all these functions that I actually have in this particular hook, they are actually being used inside the interactions, mainly when it comes to interaction. So inside interactions I'm gonna have interaction manager, and they are gonna be used inside that. So ultimately, should I create where should I keep the interaction, what pointer folder? Inside interactions I should keep pointer, or outside interactions? So should I have a pointer directly under editor or something? But the thing is that editor pointer itself contains hooks, so use pointer helpers and use pointer state, they are hooks, right? So the pointer doesn't really specify that they are hooks. Interesting. Let me see. First of all, let's structure everything, and in future we are gonna be even refactoring it further. But as of I think I lost the code related to text. Yeah, by mistake I deleted that, so I need to recover that now. Restored from trash, and once this is actually restored, we have it here. Now it actually needs to be part of what? Not this one. Rather, it needs to be part of the text in here. Oh, this seems to be alright. Either use text editor resize. Use text editing, use text editor resize. So use text editor resize. This actually needs to be part of text itself. Text as of okay. Turns out not to be used. Okay, that's fine then. I can completely remove it from here. Boundary state. Place can actually be different depending on the place where it's actually being imported. Hopefully everything's gonna be running even after having changed this much. This is what the refactoring is, keeping the things where they should actually be. It turns out this huge pointer state is actually being used at quite a lot of places. This is thing. And this is just the alrighty, everything's working. What is the next thing? We've done this much. Do I have the renderer there? I have action, I have appearance, I have canvas, I have that is it, these things. So in the hooks we have this much. Even this image related stuff like get image dimensional, image grease and image loader, I'm actually gonna be moving them directly in here inside image. That was the main benefit of having this, is that all the image related things are gonna be just at one place. So let's get rid of that. And now text is not gonna be there. Tool. Now next simple thing is going to be where to keep these given your teacher, I'd get rid of most of these folders. The rule is if a hook belongs to one editor feature, keep it with the features and generic hooks. So hooks actions.use delete shape. New location is gonna be interaction selection delete shape.ts or interaction selection use delete shape.ts. Interesting. Deleting is a selection operation. Similarly, duplicating is a selection operation, so that can be there as well. Hooks up. Let's do this thing first of all. So actions, and this should actually be inside the selection itself. So use delete shape.ts. Then we have used, because delete and they are gonna be done after interaction or selection only, so that's fine. So good to have done this. Appearance, use the shape appearance that is mainly responsible for text. What shape appearance that is responsible for the shapes and all, we'll see. Then hooks shape appearance.ts, components properties panel, use shape appearance.ts, or it's given by the properties panel UI. Really? Returns stroke color. That is right. It just simply sets these values. So just a sec. Set stroke, background, these things. So this mainly belongs to the properties section. That is right. So inside the common properties, use shape appearance.ts, or components and panel properties panel slash appearance.ts. It can have any name for that sake. That's good. I'm gonna keep it inside components properties panel. So come on, we have properties panel. Inside properties panel we have these things. I'm gonna just keep it here. So use the shape appearance. Probably this is gonna be better place for it. Again, don't worry, in future we are gonna be even refactoring it further, so not a big problem as of right now. Then we have use canvas context.menu.es. So components canvas context menu logic belongs to the context menu component. That is right. So not really bad actually. Context menu. Inside this I have used canvas context menu.ts. That's sort of good as well. And canvas use canvas cursor.ts. Canvas cursor. So that should be inside renderer cursor.ts. Use cursor.ts inside renderer. That is great. So the next one that I actually have here, that is the use cursor. This should be the part of the renderer. So making it part of renderer means, just a sec, making it part of renderer means what? Keeping it here. This renderer hopefully belongs to it turns out that when it comes to the renderer, so that doesn't really belongs to any interaction, so that's gonna be inside this use canvas cursor. We could even have cursor folder in there. This could be inside that renderer. Not a bad option either. And appearance is done. Then use canvas interactions manager. Use canvas interactions. Inside interactions I'll have a folder called manager. Use canvas interaction manager. So this is actually gonna be named differently this time. This is gonna be interesting. As of right now I'm gonna be naming it the same, so manager will have it. Then we have canvas resize. Use canvas resize should be pass off for a renderer only. So renderer use canvas resize rendering infrastructure. That's fine. So let's bring it inside the renderer itself. So the renderer is here, so let's keep it here. So lastly, I don't have anything inside this. As for the tool actions, tool sort of whatever you call that, refactored it. Again we have to refactor it even further. It's not the end, rather just the beginning. So ultimately, how does the overall code look like? We have apps, we have web, we have features. Inside features we have editor. Inside editor we have components, we have constants. Again I'm gonna be refactoring it further. We have context that is simply used for getting us the context. Draws everything. Geometry, we have everything related to geometry. We have pointer, and we have renderer that just simply renders. Pointer stores the pointer related things. Shapes, I don't think I need them. Done. Get selected shape types. Forget about this. And as for this one, create shapes. Done. Create image shape. This should not be the part of this, rather I have to move it inside. This shape should be named image one, right? The benefit of having this way is that I can go to interactions anytime, and inside I already have image if I'm not wrong, and I can paste it in there. And get selected shape types. What is this? Get selected shape types. So it just simply get selected shape types. Selected shape types. Conscious selected shapes. Then selected add type. Bhai. And then return selected shape types. Is this even being used, and where is this being used? Turns out at many places. The first one is get selected shape types. This one. Selected shapes types. It actually returns all the shapes. That's fine. So understood. But still this is not the best place to keep it. So get selected shapes types, it just simply returns us all the types of the selected shapes. And this is let's ask where to keep it. Where to keep this? Oh yeah, how can I forget that? This we can create a utility function and then we can keep it there. As of right now, let's just simply because this selected shape type, so it can be inside selection. That is where it's gonna be. Later if we get more, then we are gonna be verifying it further. As of right now, there's gonna be nothing inside the shape. We have transform related things, we are gonna be even keeping it where they should be. But overall, what's the end goal? Drawing, when it comes to interactions, all the draw, even we are not gonna, we have this draw here, we are gonna be removing it very soon, but all the drawing related code is gonna be here: eraser, frame, history, image, manager, move, order, resize, selection, shortcuts, text tool, viewport. So this way all the interactions related code is gonna be just at one place. Again, this is sort of half refactored. We even still have to refactor it further, so that can be done very soon. That will be done very soon actually. I'm gonna take a break for now. After that I'll be back and we'll continue from here on. Hope it makes sense. And as of right now,